Good morning, folks. It is Tuesday. I want to say the 30th of April. We were on the road again. We've left our campsite at Road Creek Campground. We left there, and we are now going to check out this little frontier village. This is Frontier Village Historic Site in, I can't think of the name of the town now. Anyway, I'll get back to that in a little bit. So, I'm not sure what is here or what this is about. This here smokehouse moved from the Boyette family homestead located 2 miles northeast of Cotton Hill, just inside Randolph County. The roof originally had a gap and overlap at the roof crest to allow the smoke to vent. The right inner side has dirt floor with poles running horizontally midway up to hang the meats and sausages being smoked. The left side had bins to stack and salt down meats. Okay, we're not going in it. And the privy, origin unknown. That was the outhouse, folks. Here is Hammock Log Cabin. This is a single pen from an original 2-pen dog trot cabin located off the north side of Highway 37, a few miles east of Edison, Georgia. It's an antebellum structure from the family estate of Dan Hammock. So, we have a lot of dog trots in Texas, so this is what it looked like on the inside. And split rail fence and cane mill. Okay. These items from Mr. Roby Boyette's farm near Garnerville, an old settlement in the northeast sector of Clay County, were donated by his son Arthur Lee, Uncle Bud Boyette. Note, Garnerville was a prosperous settlement established by the antecedents of John Nance Garner, Vice President of the United States under President Franklin Roosevelt. So, build your fire down there and cook your cane in there. Okay. Log corn crib. This is the corn crib, folks. For some reason, I just like old buildings. This was the grist mill. And let's see here. There you go, the grist mill. Man, lots of spiders in here. Yep, okay. Well, let's get out of here. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. It's a nice old house there. This is the Ingram Cabin. Single log cabin was moved from the plantation of Herbert and Liz Ingram located in the Sutton Crossroads community. It is an antebellum structure with the attached planked room added in later years. Evidently the cabin was planked at the same time, sealing and preserving it. So, okay. The floor's a lot more solid. Fireplace there. This is the room that was added back here. So, very nice. Just wish people would leave their frickin' grimy hands off of it. You people need to be prosecuted. And over here we have a dog trot. Okay, this double pen cabin was formerly located at Lightwood, Knott Springs near Zeto, about 8 miles east of Fort Gaines. That's the town we're at, Fort Gaines. It was probably built by Seaborn P. Ingram, who occupied it prior to the Civil War. It was passed on to Newt Ingram, who faced it with planks. Concealing the cabin within the concrete mantelpiece was made by an itinerant artisan. Okay. Fireplace, window, door. Come out of this place here into the open and into the other cabin. Nice back deck. Okay. And looking out on the river there. There we go, nice view from up here. And let's just kind of take a walk up the road here. I'll bring y'all back in a bit. And there's a lookout area. And Fort Gaines, one of several forts on Georgia's western frontier for the protection of white settlers. Fort Gaines was established in 1816 by order of General Edmund P. Gaines, commander of a large district, who used this as his headquarters, containing 2 blockhouses. The 100-foot square fort was enclosed by a stockade 8 feet high during 1817, when Indians were active in the area. Settlers took refuge in the fort, garrisoned by federal troops under General John Dill, maintained for a number of years. The fort stood on the brow of the bluff just below the confluence of Town Branch with Chimochichobe Creek. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Fort Gaines became the first settlement and fort in this area and was the pivot point of the territory of Tallahassee, the land claimed by General Andrew Jackson for the United States. Soon, the sound of axes sounded as this land was cleared and log cabins were built by the frontiersmen, moving in to build a nation. He cooked his meals of squirrels and boiled acorns in the backyard of his cabin. His musket was primed and loaded for protection against wild beasts or lawless men as he worked his field, and even as he slept at night. The countryside was still frontier, penetrated by Indian trails and a few army roads that General Gaines had surveyed and opened. The first was the Hartford Road, originating in Fort Gaines, skirting Indian Territory eastward until it veered north to Hartford, near present-day Hawkinsville, Georgia. And I'll let y'all read the rest of all that. Okay. Wow. See what we can see from up here. Again, looking over the bluff here down at the river. A boat ramp over there, I see that. Oh. Wow. I'm guessing there's some older houses up here. Let's go over here and see what we can see. This is one of the structures here. Not sure what here. Okay, Women's Clubhouse. Okay. February 4th, 1920, the City Council deeded a plot of land in the city park to the Women's Club and the United Daughters of the Confederacy to build a clubhouse. Okay. So this is the clubhouse. There's a cannon. The 1836 fort. In May of 1836, the 88th Regiment of the Georgia Militia built a small fort in anticipation of an attack by the Creek Indians. The steamer Georgian had arrived, crowded with women and children fleeing from the Indian uprising at Roanoke upriver. The steamer, Anna Calhoun, was pressed for 5,000 pounds of bacon and 8 barrels of flour in order to feed the refugees and militia. The uprising was quelled before the fighting reached Fort Gaines. This was one of the last major insurgencies of the Creeks before their removal to the west. Couple more buildings over there. Okay. And which one is this? This is the toll house, and it's padlocked, so we can't go in. Early records indicate that this building was one of John Dill's houses and was used for Methodist church services in the 1820s. John Sutliff bought and used it for a toll and rest stop for the ferry located under the bluff. The gift of Mrs. Hortensis King Fowler, the toll house, originally occupied the lot just north of its present location. Okay, well. Kitty cat. And this is the Scott House. In 1928, the local Boy Scout troop, under the leadership of the beloved local Methodist minister Emmett Emerson Gardner, cut the logs, notched them, scraped them, and erected this cabin. Originally, it had 2 inner rooms in the north end of the hut. In later years, it housed the first library of Fort Gaines, consisting of donated books and magazines. And I don't know if it's open. I don't see a lock on it. Oh, we can go in. No, we can't. Yeah. Can't get in there. Okay. So, I'm guessing that's it, folks. We have seen Fort Gaines. Well, hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. It takes about 7 minutes to walk this whole thing, according to that sign right there. This sign right here. It takes 7 minutes to walk the whole thing. But I did stop, I did read. So, we're going to head back down. And I noticed when I came in on the highway, on the other end of town, at the Family Dollar store in the parking lot, they had another one of these towers. I'll show you here. In their parking lot, watchtowers, like that right over there. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. And we'll see about getting it posted, since it's all just one little video, no editing. So if y'all enjoyed it, let me know. If y'all think I missed something, let me know that. So y'all have a blessed day, and hit that subscribe button. Thank you.